Before we move on, let's listen to India's Minister for Railways talking about the new hydrogen fuel engine that's going to be a game changer for the railways. Hydrogen is efficient, it's versatile and has low emissions. Let's listen to what he said.
बहुत अच्छी प्रोग्रेस है। हाइड्रोजन ट्रेन अपने आप में एक बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स टेक्नोलॉजी है और दुनिया की सबसे पावरफुल हाइड्रोजन ट्रेन 1200 हॉर्स पावर की वो बनाने का प्रकल्प हाथ में लिया है। कंप्लीट डिजाइन होके उसका जो सिस्टम्स की पावर ट्रेन की जो कंप्लीट डिजाइन है उसका सिस्टम इंटीग्रेशन अभी चल रहा है। बहुत जल्दी पटरी पे आएगी वो।
So let's try and understand about hydrogen fuel trains. There are very few countries in the world that have developed this technology, and India has developed now the most powerful engine, a hydrogen fuel engine of 1,200 horsepower. Coming up behind me are some details. It's the most powerful such engine in the world. That's what the railway minister has said. It uses indigenous technology, so that's good for our railways. We've been developing our own technology. It's good for Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India, and it's soon to be tested on the Jind-Sonipat route in Haryana. So we're going to see this train work out, and we'll know after that how it's going to help. Hydrogen is a very fuel-efficient kind of fuel because, first of all, it's part of the green fuels that the world is going to be moving to, and it can be easily manufactured. India has a big hydrogen mission. India is planning to produce about 5 million tons of green hydrogen, utilized in many ways, even exported over time. So, and we are also hoping to have about 35 such trains in the near capacity. We know the capacity of this engine is 1,200 horsepower. It's quite a powerful engine, and others have capacities only of about 500 to 600 horsepower. So India is almost double of that, clearly double of that. Only Germany, France, Sweden and China have manufactured such engines in the past. So India is the fifth country to do so. But before we bring you our next, before we bring in our guest into this program, let's try and understand what the railways is doing. Especially in colder climates, the railways has advanced a great deal. The Vande Bharat trains, for instance, are now moving into the Himalayan areas, into Kashmir. Let's see what kind of trains they have. Let's listen to the chief engineer of the Northern Railways.
It is like other Vande Bharat trains only, with some additional features that enable it to operate in that extreme cold weathers. It is having heating for the water tanks, the complete pipelines, then the saloon area, then the windshield. So all the critical equipments, all the critical items provided in this train are specifically designed for operation in extreme cold weather.
And we are privileged to have with us Ms. Jaya Varma Sinha. She's the former chairperson of the Railway Board. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us. When we look at 1,200 horsepower engine of hydrogen, why is this going to be a game changer, and how is it going to be a game changer for the Indian Railways?
See, first of all, as you have already learned, that this is the one of the most powerful engines, hydrogen-powered engines in the world. So all over, there are 4 countries which have already mastered this technology, and but India has gone a stage ahead. And whereas the horsepower which is available in the rest of the world is roughly around 500 to 700 horsepower per engine, per power car, we are aiming to get 1,200. And it will also make this train the longest train in the world, which runs on hydrogen, green hydrogen. So we will be having 10 coaches.
I see. That's wonderful. So we are planning to have about 35 these kind of trains in the near future. And by 2030, India has this, at least the Indian Railways has a net zero target. So how does this help in doing that, helping us reach that target?
As you are aware, green hydrogen is the greenest fuel that we have because it has no greenhouse gas emission, and the only byproduct of this fuel is water vapor. So there can be nothing which is greener and better than using green hydrogen. Of course, it has technological challenges, and that is why it is taking so long for the world to also adapt to it. And that is why India is hoping to be a pioneer in this field by developing an engine which is so powerful that it will be not only be useful for the railways, but it will be used for various other machines and even tugs in the ports, etc. So that you enable the country to move towards a greener fuel economy.
So are there any changes necessary in the existing infrastructure to accommodate this kind of
Yes.
hydrogen fuel?
The biggest investment is in the static infrastructure, which
Okay.
is required for generating this hydrogen and storing this hydrogen. And since hydrogen is a very combustible and inflammable
Right.
product, you have to ensure that it is very safely maintained and kept, stored, and as well as when you are doing the fueling, then you have to ensure all the safety norms. So the PSB, which controls the safety requirements for this, the Petroleum Ministry Board, they have cleared the infrastructure which is there in Jind, which is being prepared in Jind, and so that it is safe from every aspect.
Right.
So producing hydrogen, storing it, that is the infrastructure challenge.
So
that
these
will
trains will be
required.
able to run on the current tracks itself,
Yes.
Is there any concern about, let's say, we've already now started moving Vande Bharat trains into the cold climates. We've seen that there's been adjustments made to those trains. Will these kind of trains be able to run there?
These trains will be able to run there, provided they have the same features which the Vande Bharat, which has
Okay.
been modified for running in cold climate, is there in these trains as well. As far as the fuel is concerned, there will be no concern.
Okay, we leave it there. Thank you very much, Ms. Jaya Verma Sinha, former chairperson of the Railway Board. Thank you for joining us on this subject.